All right, we ran out of time with that last segment, but we had to jump back on because that conversation was getting, woo, it was getting on fire. We were getting ready to really, really make some sense of some things. All right, we're back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Okay, so let's get back into when a woman makes more money than her man, who is also very actively working. He's not a slouch. He's not a bum. He's not,
All right.
lifeless.
Okay, so now we gone to basically just straight to pocketbook. We're going straight to the pocketbook. Dude is cool. Dude is a good dude. We just going straight to the pocketbook, right?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. So what are we saying? What are we doing?
Well, that it goes back to we want the man to we still want the man to be that provider, that safe haven, that that security box for us. But I don't feel like, me personally, I don't feel like it's a fair or right thing to do for a woman who does make more money to turn around and act like she's the man. Like I said, especially when the man is, he's out there, he's working, he's not, he's not being a bum, he's not being lazy. I think in that instance, I would 100% let that man be the man.
All right. Wait. Hold on. I think we
He
should.
just he
Nah.
just gonna have to give me he's just gonna have to give me his money so I can spend my money and his money.
Nah. Hold up. So check. Nah. I'm gonna touch on that. Hold up. But let's wait like a quick little 1 minute, 2 minute. Let's see if we.
Okay.
I really want to get Eileen and Pink Pedal back in here,
Yes. Yes.
and
Oh yeah. They were awesome.
I'm hoping Neil um back in. You know what I'm saying? So you know what
All
I'm saying.
right.
Give it a quick second.
Yes. Yes.
But nah, that's deep. We really got to touch on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, y'all, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Yeah, it was getting so good. We were getting right. We were just getting to the root of it.
The highlight of my week. Now, like because I would the reason I all right. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, they'll tune in with us. They'll catch up.
All right, so now.
Aline is back. She's
Hey,
here.
all right, good. All right, good. I feel good now. All right. All right, we was waiting on you because we know that you was gonna have some good stuff for where we at now. So, all right, let's quick recap. Let them know. Skin deep.
Yes. So we're talking about um, how us women want that man to be the provider, and whether we're Miss Independent or not, we're willing to make it work and be teamwork, but we
Oh,
still want that man to be.
yeah, and it was if what if the girl what you said if the woman makes more money.
Yes. Okay. So if the woman in the relationship is making more money than the man,
Mhm.
um, you were mentioning that she shouldn't feel like she's the woman and the man at the same time. She should know her role, know her place, do her part, and
No,
let that man do what he's supposed to do as a man.
what we was saying. See, damn it.
That's
Where's
what we were saying.
um what we were saying? If what you said if you feel that if the woman makes more money.
Oh yes, I personally feel like, okay, if I'm the one that's making more money than my man, and he's
Right.
not sitting on his ass, he's not being lazy, he's out there, he's trying, he's doing his thing. I personally would, well, at this point in my life, I would step back and give him a chance at being the man. In the past, I have not done that. I have not been that kind of woman to
Oh,
I've been very much like a Jada Pinkett.
so
This is
you're
how I want it. Do it my way. This is how it's gonna go. But that comes from how I was brought up.
okay, and you're saying okay, so what you said was if and also because you make you made more money than
Mm-hmm.
automatically feel that you were the man, kind of.
Hmm. Well, in my personal, in my situation, I felt like I was the man also because he just wasn't driven. I'm a very driven person. Like if I didn't have children,
Mhm.
I'd be working 5 jobs. Like I'm a person that I gotta work more than one job. I gotta have more than one hustle going on.
Yeah.
And it's just because I like nice things, I
Mm.
like money, and I'm a hard worker. So
Yeah.
I expect that in my partner as well. But in this particular partner, it was like at first it seemed like he was that way, and then as time went on, all of a sudden I'm seeing a complete opposite of what I thought.
Mm.
So now it's merging into me having to be woman and male, and then before I know it, the relationship's gone to shit.
Okay, now that I understand, and
Okay.
I agree with you. I see your point. Um, okay, in all fairness, again, at Skin Deep, you want security and stability.
I do. And at this point in my life, I want security and stability. If, as a man, if you cannot provide that for me, leave me. Let me be here single and happy, making pretend August Alsina is my husband. Thank you very much.
No, that's well, okay. It said um security and stability, right?
Hmm.
I'm trying to figure out like exactly what is the definition of security and stability, and why does it kind of like change, or does it, you know, shift from one thing, it's one day it's this thing and then the next day it's that thing, or
For me, my meaning of security and stability is knowing that he's always going to be there emotionally, physically, spiritually for me. Knowing that, okay, the rent is always paid. We have a roof over our head. We have food to eat. We have a way to get back and forth to work. But also security and stability, as in if it's something that I'm supposed to be responsible for, if it's something that is on me to make sure that is taken care of every month or every year or every 2 weeks, if I fall short, he's got my back. He's got my back. He's not like, oh, well, that was your thing, so I can't help you this month.
mm,
And yeah, I agree with Aline. Stop. She says, stop thinking money. There you go. Yeah, yeah. It's not. I don't feel like it's all about money. Money is a big part, but it's also about emotionally, physically, spiritually. It's in all of those other ways. Pink Petal says security equals support,
mm,
emotional and financial longevity, trust. Oh, for sure. Yes, I agree with that too. Like, I need to be able to, you have to be able to support me in my vision and my dreams and my goals and my aspirations financially for sure. Longevity, because yeah, when I'm in a relationship, I'm in it for the long haul. I don't do like the flings and all. I don't do that stuff. That's for them teeny boppers. We passed that.
so let's
Uh,
go ahead.
and trust is very important for me because it in the past it's been very hard for me to trust.
Mm,
So yeah, I got to be able to trust my man, and that's my security too. Like I got to be able to know that every day that he's coming home,
mm.
he's not out there messing with Susan, Sally, and Robin, uh, or Big Booty Judy over there. He's coming home to me to love up on me. Or if he is thinking about getting into other things with other women, he's coming home to me to sit me down and have a conversation with me about what these desires are all about.
Mm. All right, so um all right, let me try and explain it this way then. Okay, what tends to happen a lot, or you see like how I'm coming off and it's being taken that I'm kind of like stuck on the money.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me tell you, like that breakdown right there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna kind of like show you. Okay, so if we work with those things right there, which is support, the emotional, the financial, the what's that, longevity,
Mm-hmm.
um,
And
XYZ.
trust.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. Let's say the guy is able to do all of these except for the emotional support, right? Or let's say he can do all of those things except for the financial, or just pick one. And like, let's say that he can't do one of those things. And all right, um damn, easiest way. All right, let's say the guy can't do the financial, right?
Okay.
Now, the reason why he can't do the financial is not that he's not trying to do the financial. It's just that, you know, the things that he's trying and what he's trying to do, it just hasn't hit a break yet or whatever, right? Um, if he can't do that, but he can do majority of the other things,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is, let's say that's 80% of the things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Financial takes up 20%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that he's not looked at even, or it falls apart, or you're not happy because he can't do the financial, even though the 80% he can?
Well, shit, as long as he ain't taking me to damn McDonald's every single day and at least taking me to Red Lobster twice a week or something.
I was just trying to use these little things right here to basically kind of hint to see if I can get
I
any
hear you. Yeah.
Steve
No,
Harvey
I mean,
80/20.
yes, no. If he can do majority
Mhm.
and I see that he's at least trying in the areas that he's lacking and he's not just getting comfortable and saying, oh, well, she's just going to have to deal with the majority of what I can give rather than not give. Yeah, if
Mhm.
he's trying in the areas that he's lacking, then yeah, I could work with it. But I mean, every woman is also very different in her tolerance and what she will accept, what she won't accept. So, I don't know.
Hey, Skin
I
Deep, I'm
don't know.
wrong with a McDouble.
Ain't nothing. Oh, nah, I'm good. I'm good on that mystery meat. I'm good. What's up, go getter Eddie? He's in
So,
a relationship too. Go getter Eddie. I'm gonna need you to chime in and help Inspector out. Give some feedback from a man's perspective. Um,
all right,
he's in a serious relationship, and I'm sure he can give some good feedback too.
my thing is like, y'all go check out that 80/20 situation, okay? In relationships, check out the 80/20 situation. And basically it just explains and breaks down that, like, with women, a lot of times what happens and what y'all do is you have a guy that literally can give you 80% of the things on your list, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he can't get the 20% down, or it's taking him a little bit longer or whatever. And you guys will run and go to the guy that only provides you that 20% thing, and the 80% is off, as opposed to stay and stick it out with the guy who can give you the 80% who's lacking the 20.
Well, this is where I'm gonna say the length of time that has spent comes into play. Because if I've been with a guy for 10 years and he's just been giving me 80 and he didn't get to that extra 20,
Mhm.
he should have by 10 years. I should have had more than 20. I should have had 250. You know, you know what I'm saying. So I
I mean,
think maybe at that point, maybe it's someone's getting tired of waiting around to see if things are gonna change. But then Oh, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Cause okay, if it's with a guy that I've only been with for a year, um, okay, maybe I can stick around and see, give it another year.
Mhm.
By 3 years in, if things aren't as aligned as they should be, or, both parties working to be in that alignment,
Mhm.
something is wrong. Something is wrong. And there needs to be a conversation as to figure out what is wrong. How can it be fixed? Is this fixable? I feel like it goes back to the length of time.
All right. So, okay. Well, I mean, you're right. I mean, but um,
Wait, Go Getter Eddie says, wait a minute. Aline said, again, partnership. Money matters. We cannot sit here and pretend that money, credit score, etc. doesn't matter. Agreed. Go Getter Eddie says, people want what they can't have. The grass ain't always greener, and loyalty is more than a tattoo.
all right. So, um, yes, money is important. Yes, money matters, right? Um, if this is all if it's all partnership and this and that, then why is it not our money? And why is it not that why do you not come together and do the money that way, but put the money together? Because, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you, why don't you do that? Why make the, like, if he's not making as much money as you, instead of looking at it that you make 100,000, he makes 50,000, instead of looking at it that way, why not build your whole thing and do your whole situation that y'all both got 150,000 to navigate y'all shit with?
I mean, I would. I mean, if we talking those kind of numbers, I would.
I'm
I
not talking,
personally would.
not number specific. I'm just saying, like, just that, just to look at it that way, as opposed to I'm over here making this, he's over here making that. Fuck that
Hmm.
shit. Look at it like that. If it's a partnership, y'all talking, everybody's saying partnership and this and that and together and together and together. But even with that aspect, even when it comes to the financial aspect of stability,
Hmm.
right? Why is it that the financial aspect of stability comes across as something singular? You got to make this much money. She got to make this much money, instead of it being together and it being between the two of us, XYZ. Make it make sense.
Good question. Let's see.
Okay.
Some of these comments are coming through to help us make some sense of it. Let's see. Um, Aline has said it's called lazy shit. Pink Petal says time is so important. Aline is um, asking the guys to come on and give your feedback. Pink Petal says time is something you can't get back. We live in America. Aline says, hold on, I'm typing. Pink Petal says, our money cannot exist with one person working their ass off. Aline says, so the tables are reversed because the man makes more and she's home cooking. That's okay. Screw that. Pink Petal says, if both parties are equally yoked differently. Uh, Pink Petal says, this no makes sense.
But what what part doesn't make sense? Trying to, I know what like, I'm really trying. I was trying to understand why, because if you think about it, all the comments and everything and
Mm-hmm.
about all of this stuff is talking about partnership, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if it's talking about partnership, why is it that the financial part is the part that's you and that?
Well, Inspector, nobody, no couple wants to be living in a sugar shack. I don't want to be living on no damn sugar shack with my
about,
did. Come
about
on now. Don't put me in no sugar shack.
no, it's not about that. Nah, it's not about that. It's not about living in like or talking about not having nice things or a nice home and all that.
Okay.
All I'm
Even like, mm-hmm,
is
mm-hmm,
regardless of in any amount, it don't matter if the dude make $1 million and she make $1 million, and
mm-hmm.
looking at it at, oh well, I make $1 million, and him looking at it like I make $1 million, and y'all supposed to be together in a partnership. And why is it not that both of us
Well,
have?
I think at that point, that couple is not worried about the financial stability anymore. Because the money come in, the money's there, they're good.
About
It's
numbers,
the, mm-hmm,
exact numbers. Screw the numbers. Screw the amount.
okay,
Talking about,
okay,
we're talking about the principle. We're talking about the thought process.
mm-hmm,
Not about specific dollar amounts and who makes what. That's why I just
okay,
broke down it. That's why I just broke it down where I said both make the same amount. So
mm-hmm,
what I'm trying to get everybody to help me make sense is, if this thing is a union and it's all about partnership and it's all about being one and it's all about together and us, right?
mm-hmm.
What it's all about. Why is it that when it comes to money, it turns into, it's no longer about us? It's,
Mm.
I make this, you make this. You see what I'm saying?
That's a tricky one. Because I feel like if it's like that, there's something else that's a part of that for it to be that focus. There's something else that's lacking. There's something else that's causing a tickle, or it's something causing some issues there to make it be on that constant focus. It's something else. It's something else. There's something else that's behind it, quietly behind it.
Nah, I
So,
mean, no, I'm just
mm-hmm,
trying to just understand that, because it's from like nowadays it seems like the normal thing, and it seems like what's going on in relationships, in marriages, and everything like that, is that, okay, this is, I make my money, you make your money, we know that the rent is whatever, you pay half of the rent and I pay my half of the rent, make sure you have your, you know what I'm saying? Like,
mm-hmm.
it's like that, it's that's what's the norm. That's like kind of how normal, like how it is nowadays. But what I'm saying is, maybe if people change the dynamic of how they look at the financial situation in the relationship and how they manage the financial situation in the relationship, then it could stop a lot of problems. Because let's look at facts. The biggest cause of divorce, or the biggest cause of problems in relationships,
Is money. Is money. Yeah.
is money.
Yeah.
If that's the biggest problem and the biggest cause that make marriages, relationships, and stuff fail, right? And majority of people, when it comes to money in the relationship, it's a situation where you make money over here, I make my money over here. This is what I have. This is what you have. You're over here. I'm over here, right? But
Then it doesn't feel like a partnership anymore.
that's not a
I got you. Yeah.
That's
I got you.
not even a partnership. That's not a partnership. That's two separate entities making money. Y'all, it's like being in an office building. You know, when you go in the office building and you go in the door and you got all them little offices in there, you in one office, in the next office. That's what that is. That's not a partnership where two companies join together. And that's not a partnership if you thinking about it like that.
Hmm.
So
Go get her, Eddie. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Sorry.
People, and what people should probably do is look at the dynamic of your relationship, look what your situation is, and then figure out a situation that works based on the dynamic of what you got going on. Why don't you try that?
I
And
agree that. I agree with that.
doing what everybody else is doing and how everybody else is doing it, because that might not work for you based on what y'all situation is.
I'd give him a year, and if he can't get his act right, his shit together, he's out. He's out like Donald Trump. Go Getter Eddie says we got to do this on Zoom so everyone can really chime in. You know what?
That's a good,
Pink
yeah.
Petal, yeah, Pink Petal, she's agreeing with that. She says that this can go a lot deeper. I think I'm going to have to make it make sense Tuesday nights to some Zoom so we can get people in and giving their actual voice commentary.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Aline says it depends on the individuals in the relationship. Pink Petal says even if a man makes $1 million, if you are not equally yoked, it no makes sense. Nels Get Live is in. He says, yo, big up. What's up, Nels? Alan says, not for everybody, not true. And Go Getter Eddie says, sounds like some roommate shit. The whole, you have your money over here, she has her money over there. He says, that sounds like some roommate shit.
But listen, again, I'm not being biased because understand why that's not the first thought to combine or to change your outlook or anything like that. I understand there's fears, you know what I'm saying? You got to be scared because, you know, you got to, hey, you might be with this dude and he might turn into an axe murderer 10 years down the line or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I understand all of the concerns, you know what I'm saying? Of course, take those concerns into consideration. But a lot of times, if it really just takes a different thought process, and if you structure your situation and structure your lives according to what's really going on between y'all literally nip all type of shit in the bud.
Aline says some great points. It's hard to type. We need a group chat. Zoom this discussion. Says this was amazing. I have to run early day in the morning. But you know what? Starting next week, Tuesday nights, I'm gonna be on Zoom. This segment is gonna be on Zoom.
Zoom. We gonna Zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Yes.
Zoom.
For sure.
Yeah. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
And it's a conversation that needs to be had all the way around.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Where are we at now? What do we do? Where are we at now? So, what was the next thing?
Well, the next thing is, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. The next thing is, I have a girlfriend of mine, really good girlfriend. I love her to death. She is, every time I see her, we get into these deep conversations with each other. She's always wanting to discuss, why do men cheat? And I've told her, like, I feel like men cheat for two reasons. One, they cheat because they're unhappy. There's something that's lacking in the relationship. And two, they might cheat because they have self-esteem issues. Like those men out there that even though they have a good woman at home and they're happy and they're content, but they just can't help themselves. They just have to be with every freaking piece of meat they see. They got to eat that meat. They can't be vegetarians when they're away from the home.
Man, well, I mean, that's deep too. That's because, I mean, if you want to know the truth, and if you want to know the real reason, like,
I want to hear we need to hear from a man's perspective. Why do men cheat? Why do the men that are in a good relationship and they have everything that they need, why do those kind of men cheat, and why do the ones that...
See, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there because that's where you're getting it mixed up right there, because those guys do not cheat. Those guys do not cheat.
Are you sure? I don't...
Positive.
Well,
those guys...
I have to disagree with that, because
let me tell you,
man to have a very, very good woman out.
Okay. Wait, you're coming back. It's coming back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Nope, frozen again. Is it frozen again? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah, I don't hear nothing. I got the pictures back, but I just can't hear you. All right. Yeah, go ahead.